What we do here is go back. What we do here is go back.
Alrighty, what's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? It is Saturday, live once again, second weekend in a row for Tuned In Live podcast. Can I be a mod? If things start getting crazy in here, Dustin, I'll make you a mod, because I know certain people could be going, whatever. But guys, welcome once again live on twitch.tv/ArrowENT. If you guys ain't following, links down below. Hit that follow for it. We are also on Kick, even though I haven't gone live on Kick lately. I'm going to try to set something up in the future to where I will go live on Kick. Keep that channel alive. The stream will be re-uploaded on our Rumble channel, so if you guys are not following us on Rumble, links down below. You guys can check that out. Hope the week's been going good for me. Wish I could say so. Goddamn toothache. Well, I think I might have another abscess infection. I don't know. It feels like it. I've had one of these before. It's a pain in the ass where you get abscesses around your gums and shit, and then you don't tend to them, take care of them or whatever, they can fucking pop and infect your gums and shit. I've had it happen already like 2 times, and I've had to go to a doctor and get antibiotics for the infection, and of course the pain. Oh my god, the pain is fucking abnormal. Shit, Mike just recently had one. He actually had surgery. He had surgery done because his infection got too bad, and to have minor surgery. That's what happens. That's what happens. Are you drinking or getting much soda again? No, I've been drinking a lot of water, actually. I've actually been drinking a lot of water. If I drink any kind of soda, it'll be like maybe 1 can every 2 days or something like that. But yeah, I drink a lot of water. I actually got a bottle at Deer Park in front of me right now. You know what? That's actually a soothing thing. It's actually a soothing thing when you have a toothache like mine is. And it's weird. I've done this the last couple times because I can't really get to the doctor right now because I don't have money for a copay until I get paid, you know, because the healthcare system in America is kind of fucked up right now. They're revamping it so all the illegals can... we got to get all the illegals off of our healthcare plan. You know, the Biden brought all these illegals in. You know, they're not even properly... They weren't even properly into the system. They were just brought in by boat or walk-in or whatever under Biden, and we're trying to get them all the fuck out. And the Democrats want health care for them and shit like that, so we're trying to kick them off of it. And it's funny, like, you put all these illegals on our healthcare system. You put them all on our plans and shit. Prices, you know, they get jacked up sky high. And then who are the motherfuckers to pay for it? People like me. People like me. People like you. Everybody who lives in this country. They all got to pay for somebody, right? You got to pay for somebody's health bill because, hey, they don't want to fucking work. Why the fuck should they, right? That's the democratic way of it all. But I will say, like, aside from all that, I will say, like, with a toothache, if you have a minor toothache, try that. Take some water. Swish it around, you know, like, pocket it where your tooth is hurting. It'll take care of it. Yeah, to keep on topic, this Renee lady, I agree, wasn't staring at the agent to hit him, but she did mean to seem to floor, and he was clearly still in the vehicle, so I stand with the agent. Same here, Dustin. Actually, you know what's funny about that? I recently saw something on Facebook. Her dad actually came out and spoke about it, and he said he himself said he watched the video, even though it saddens him that his daughter ended up getting shot and died on the spot. But even he himself saw her steer into the agent, and he couldn't figure out what was wrong with her at that moment of time. You know, at that period, he couldn't understand. He didn't understand what the hell was going through her head to do all that. You know. But definitely, let's get right into that shit. Let's get right into that. Let me see. I gotta find. Okay, so there's another. It sickens me. It really does. It sickens me. I think her father-in-law said she shouldn't have fucked with him. Oh, that's who it was. That's who it was. It was father-in-law. It wasn't father. I'm sorry. You're right. It was the father-in-law. That's the thing I saw. It was the father-in-law who said that she shouldn't have messed with it. Exactly. Who in the hell is this woman to think she's above the law to do what? Quote unquote something good for the community? Like, you're messing with federal agents. What do you think is going to happen? That's like when you interfere with a police investigation. What do you think is going to happen? A police officer's not going to stand there and take your shit. They're going to place you under arrest if you're interfering with an investigation. Like, what is it? What is it with people today where they think they can, that like they're above the law, like they're judge, jury, and executioner? You know, they're like, we're sick and tired of this because it's Trump's America. It's Trump's America. We gotta get Trump out of here. These people got what you call Trump derangement syndrome. That's what they call it, TDS, because these people have been falsely fed through the media, the liberal media, false allegations, false information about Donald Trump. So they're all against him. Trump's a rapist. Trump's a racist. Trump is this. He's a felon. Trump is that. Where is your fucking proof? Where's your proof? You know what they say? Oh, it's all over the media. There was a case about it. Yeah? Do you all know what happened to all those cases? What was it, 50 or 70 some cases out there? They all got thrown out. All those cases got thrown out of fucking court. They had no proof. What they do? Put them on probation for something. I forgot what the hell it was, but they had no proof to put on him. They put all these bogus charges on this guy in hopes that it would steer him clear from that shit. hoping that it would put fear in him and say, okay, I'm not going to run. No, this guy blew right through it. His attorney team blew right through it. They saw the fucking bullshit. They said enough's enough. Who's the 47th president now? There's a guy in my city obsessed with claiming police brutality when he got pulled over for false plates, got out of his car, disobeyed commands, and lied under oath. Doesn't get why he got beat up. Exactly. That's what's happening all over, and it's not just in America, it's all over. Like, what the fuck do people think when they think they're above the law? This is why no matter where you go, whatever country you go to, you're going to have some kind of authority figure out there to serve and protect you every fucking where. Like, God, these people, they should be glad that none of our countries are like the ones in the Middle East. Shit, the ones in the Middle East, if a guy, if a woman, you know, women, they're supposed to be veiled up and covered up at all times. You're not supposed to see anything but their eyes. You know, if you got a woman over in the Middle East, like Iran or one of the stands, you know, like Afghanistan, Pakistan, whatever the fuck is over there, you know, them women, they get penalized, they get embarrassed. You know, they get executed on the spot for looking at another man or something, you know? You got executions in other countries that don't call for executions. If you fart the wrong way in Nigeria, I assume, they'll probably shoot you in the fucking head several times. It is sickening with how a lot of those countries are. So people over here, or in Canada, or Mexico, or UK, or wherever you're from, why not obey the law? That's why countries have laws. They have policies to keep everybody in place. That's why laws are made. You know, without law and order, there'd be chaos. There would be chaos. If we had no law and order in the United States alone, every single state right now would be burning like Minneapolis was. Let me tell you all what happened in Minneapolis the other night. I didn't get the whole gist of it, but ICE agents were forced to retreat out of there while during these quote unquote, as Tim Waltz calls it, oh, it's a peaceful protest. Yeah, it's a peaceful protest when you're burning the fucking city down. You're hurting businesses. You're burning homes down. For what? Something that didn't happen to you. And of course, some of these looters, some of these morons out there, they tore into an ICE vehicle. They stolen federal property. On the video, there's one fucking guy who pulled out a fucking federal rifle and was passing it on. They were pulling out rifles and guns. They were pulling out documents and anything that they used that stuff to dox federal agents with. Why are these idiots putting federal agents' lives on the line, including their families? Because of the strong democratic hate in this country. You should speak on how my shithole country is now allied and deals with China. Oh, Christ. I just saw that last night, Dustin. I just saw that last night. The Prime Minister and Xi, or whatever the fuck his name is in China, they're in talks. Oh, Christ. I saw that scrolling on the news. I was like, oh my God, this ain't going to fucking end well. This ain't going to end well. I mean, that's like, you know, when Trump was trying to make a deal with the Prime Minister and say, hey, you know what? You know, all your prices up there and, you know, let's cut the tariffs. You know, let's make you guys one with us. Come on. Why? You're all Canada. Let's make you the 51st state of America, you know? Y'all could be ran Democratic or Republican or whatever, you know, but you guys, you know, you'll have the same freedom, the same, you know, the same everything that we have down here, you know. But nope, Prime Minister said, no, fuck you, Trump, you're a piece of shit. All the Democrats in Canada said, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. You know, we stand on our own. Like, okay, suit yourself. But now you got the Prime Minister who's in talks with one of the fucking one of the fucking big terrorists on the fucking far east, west, whatever you want to fucking call it, China. That's one of the fucking countries we need to keep a watch on. Everybody is so fucking worried about Russia. Everybody's so fucking worried about Putin. Putin. Putin's been in office for God knows how fucking long, you know? God knows how fucking long he's been in power. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. How long has Putin been president of Russia? 21 years. God damn, 21 years. No, let's see. What's this? So, I don't know if Bing is having a seizure. Okay, so I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me. Let me see. Vladimir Putin has been president of Russia since, 2012. He's been president since 2012. And he's previously held the position from 2000 to 2008. Huh? Makes no sense. Therefore, as of December 2025, he has been in power for approximately 13 years on his current term, 8 years in his previous term. Okay. So he served 2 terms. So Putin served 2 terms in Russia. Fucking genius idea. He said Trump invades Greenland. We're declaring war on the United States. Canada doesn't own Greenland, I don't think. I think they have any ties with Greenland. Canada own. I don't believe they do. Nope, they don't. Actually, Greenland is a semi-autonomous Danish territory that has been under Danish sovereignty since the 17th century. So, if anything, Trump would have had to go to Denmark or whoever Danish died, you know, that kind of thing.
You let me listen now.
Oh shit! There's the Hubbard. Oh shit! Thanks, Dustin. There we go. $5. Thanks, man. If we go to war, I'd be lining for West Virginia to corrupt Hubbard to our communist Canadian. All I heard was Hubbard, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Thanks, Dustin. Oh shit! But yeah, it's amazing how this country is. It's really diminishing. It's diminishing. As we see it, and everybody's saying it's Trump doing it. Trump's doing everything in his power right now to make things better for not just the country, but for everybody around. Then everybody was talking about the grand war of, well, not war, but, the bombing down in Venezuela. Everybody's like, Trump didn't have to bomb Venezuela. We feel for the people down in Venezuela. I thought Trump was anti-war. I thought Trump was against all this and that. North America and so, yeah, it is. Now that you mention it, it is a fucking joke. You got Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. And then, of course, you got the little, Central America, but they still count as North America, apparently, I guess. But, you got drug trades, the crime, the murder, anything, It's like we're all going to war with each other. That's like we spent 4 years under Biden. 4 years under Biden. We were the laughing stock of the entire world. We were the laughing stock of the entire fucking world. What happened? Putin went for Ukraine. Ukraine went after Putin. One of the stands was starting to go after this and that. Biden pulls our people out. 13 died, and Biden lied. Nobody wants to remember that. Everybody wants to sweep that under the rug. Yeah. 13 of our bravest men and women. Because Biden just pulled out prematurely. Trump was going to do it. Trump was talking about pulling us out from the Middle East. But he was going to do it at a time where he knew everything was set in stone, where everything was peaceful, where wherever they were set up at, their own military could handle things. But Biden, he did a dick move. He did a bitch of the year move, as Hubbard would call it. He pulled out. 13 got left behind, and 13 died. Canada's been worse. Sorry, our names Standard New Ireland. Yeah, like I mean, I know I don't try to say much about Canada because I don't know. I don't read a whole bunch about Canada, but yeah, I will say like yeah, it's something. Actually, what I'll do, Dustin, I'll continue on here for a little bit, and I'll bring you in, and you can talk away about what's going on up there in Canada and all. Because yeah, there's just so much going on. There's so much going on, and actually, while Discord is loading up, I'm gonna play a couple clips for y'all that I found through Instagram. Let me tell you about this one that it just sickens me. It really sickens me. I found this on Instagram. Y'all gotta hear this. I can play it.
My son only tried to rob you, and you took his life. That was an abuse of force, then. You must pay for this.
A retired veteran is now facing murder charges after shooting and killing 3 masked teenagers who broke into his home. The parents of the teens are demanding that the court give him the death penalty. Police say the break-in happened around 3 p.m. in Rockdale County, Georgia. 3 masked teens forced their way into the veteran's house, kicking down the door and rushing inside to rob him. What they didn't know was that the homeowner was a former soldier who knew how to defend himself. The moment the teens entered, the veteran opened fire. One of the suspects fired back and a gunfight broke out inside the home. A neighbor who heard the shots immediately called 911. When officers arrived, they found all 3 teens lying in the living room with gunshot wounds to the head and chest. Paramedics confirmed that all 3 were dead at the scene. Later, the victims were identified. Among them were 2 brothers, aged 15 and 16. The parents of the teens were devastated and furious. The autopsy revealed that a total of 28 bullets were recovered from the 3 bodies. Proof, they said, that the veteran went too far. They called his actions cruel and demanded that prosecutors charge him with murder, insisting that no robbery deserves a death sentence. The veteran, however, told investigators that he acted purely in self-defense and that his life was in danger. Under Georgia's self-defense and stand-your-ground laws, his actions are legally considered justified. This man once fought overseas to protect his country. Now, alone and cornered in his own home, he fought to protect himself. Do you think this was justified self-defense, or did he cross the line? Share your thoughts.
I came across that, and it sickens me. It really does. Yeah, 3 teens in the Gulf is gold. The parents defending it, let alone as a veteran. Yeah, it sickens me that this is happening in this country. Castle law here applies. Oh, okay. It sickens me. This is not just this poor old veteran. The guy was black too, of course. By the way, the 3 teenagers were black. This old veteran was black. So there ain't going to be no race baiting here for the media. But you got a helpless old veteran. These 3 punks who were not properly raised. Their parents should be penalized for how these kids were raised. Their parents should be penalized because of how they raised these kids or failed to raise these kids. These kids led themselves to a life of crime, broke into the wrong house, fucked around, and found out. If that were me, I would have done the same. These motherfuckers were there to harm him. Who knows? They could have killed him. He acted in self-defense. You know what? Somebody breaks into my house. Guess what? They're not leaving out of here alive. Because if they break into my house, they're going to fucking cause harm to me or my family. It is my job to protect what's mine. And then you got all these ignorant fuckers out there like, yeah, you're going to kill somebody over some precious little things, materialistic stuff. You know what? If these motherfuckers thought that my materialistic items were worth more than their lives, they should have never entered that door. It sickens me that these parents, these so-called parents, want to sit there and say, we want this guy arrested. We want him charged. We want him in jail. We want the death penalty. He killed our kids. Ma'am, your kids should have been out somewhere. They should have been in school. They should have found some recreation center to go to or a basketball court to go to. Do you remember the Covenant kid who was smiling as a native guy was playing a drum at him? I forgot who or why was offensive. He wore a Trump hat, and now he's rich. That's fucked, the Covenant kid. Oh, I think I did hear about that. I think I did, yeah. It sickens me that there's people out there that think like that act like that they're above the law, they're above the system. And then when things come crumbling down on them, they all, they're bullying me. Okay, sir? They're all fucking long life Hubbards. They're fucking Hubbards and shit. That shit fucking sickens the hell out of me, man. And here's something I'm going to play that goes along with the Minneapolis charges here. This is a Chicago police chief is shocking people for standing with ICE, white progressive city leader.
Let me make this clear. Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer. You are breaking the law when you do that. And you are putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing? It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county, and you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force. Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death. When you plow into a vehicle that contains law enforcement agents, you're using deadly force. And they can use deadly force in response to stop you. We need to be clear about these laws. We cannot become a society where we just decide to take everything in our own hands and start to commit crimes against law enforcement. It is a crime. You may not like what they're doing. I can understand that there's a lot of emotions out there, but that does not mean that you get to commit a crime, especially one that could lead to deadly force. We need to keep everyone safe.
Yeah. Standard military training. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are pissed off with that statement. Oh my God. Oh, you mean to tell me we can't run them over? We can't do this to them? We can't do that to them? No shit, Sherlock. They're federal officers. Any kind of authoritarian personnel. Like, who the hell do these people think they are? Wow. Alright, so I got Discord open here. Let me see here, Dustin. I am going to hop into the general. Alright. Hopefully I am up. Gaming? No, okay. It is reading my mic, so if you want to hop in there, Dustin, I'm in the general voice chat. But wow. Like, it amazes me that people think they're above the law. And then they look at a police chief like this and they're like, huh? No, 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 no. You're wrong. They're wrong for doing what they're doing. They're wrong for doing what they're doing. Sorry, I'm just texting guys. But yeah, I figure check Discord. Yeah, I am in Discord. I know you said make me a mod. Let's see here. Main hangouts. Oh, you posted something. Prime Minister Mark Carney is walking back in the headlines. Oh, shit. About going to war with Donald Trump against Green. Oh, shit. I gotta find that. I gotta pull. Find that. Okay, Prime Minister Mark Carney. Prime Minister. Gotta be in the 4-day visit to China and actually, let's talk about that real quick. AP News. This is under AP News. Because literally no one will openly support. Oh, I bet. So here we go. We're talking about this. I was getting ready to say crime. Canadian Prime Minister. Might as well call him a crime minister. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney begins a landmark 4-day visit to China to mend ties. Now, this article is 3 days old. This is from MSN. Of course, MSN usually are behind on their articles or what they're reporting. I've noticed that. Them or Bing, anything under MSN. And it's weird before I get into this, because it's weird, because I will pull up my browser on my PC, and it's either I have Bing or MSN as the opening page, and I'll look at some of these articles that they're posting, and they could be posted something like Betty White dies at 99, and I'll sit there and look at it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Betty White died 3-4 fucking years ago. What are y'all doing reporting the fucking shit? Why is this even in the news? They'll post shit about people dying 5, 6, 7 months ago or 4 years ago and shit. I'm like, huh? But this is liberal news. Liberal. Democrat liberal. Gotta love them. Guaranteed soldiers would go AWOL if he declared. Oh, definitely. Nobody wants to go to war with Trump. Nobody does. And Trump's already made that clear with a lot of people. That's why 4 years, from 2016 to 2020, there was no new wars. They knew Trump was not going to fuck around. You know, it was a term of, you know, it was a standpoint of fuck around and find out with Trump. There was no new wars. There was no ISIS, no Al-Qaeda shit. Russia wasn't invading Ukraine. Ukraine wasn't fucking with Russia. None of that. The only war that we had was back here on our soil in the Americas. Back here in the States. A bunch of liberal retards out there in the streets. Get Trump out of office. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Then we get Biden in there. What happened? 4 years of a dementia-ridden old fart. Sniffing kids live on TV. Bringing all these fucking illegals into the country. Most of them are fucking criminals and murderers. And now every time you talk about one of these innocent women that was murdered and raped by one of these illegal fucks, all the Democrats are silent. All the Democrats are silent. Remember when Trump had that big debate before he was elected and all? And how you had all these ignorant Democrats who were fucking booing him in the office and shit like that. That was the night that there was that kid who had cancer, I think. I forgot what his name was, and he made him an honorary agent of whatever Elon Musk was doing. He even got a medal or something for it. Not a single Democrat in that crowd clapped or applauded this kid. This young kid, this young black kid. You know, the Democrats are all for blacks, right? They're all for blacks. They're the ones that pull the fucking race card. Yet, the Democrats are the ones that start it. the Ku Klux Klan. The Democrats were the ones that were behind, and they supported slavery and racism. They're the ones that pull the fucking race card and tell people Trump is racist. Anybody who supports Trump is racist. Anybody who's conservative or Republican, they're racist. These motherfuckers been racist over 100 years. Fun fact, I was set to enlist when I graduated 2010, but I was helping my parents retire their business. That was 2013, 2014. Then boom, saw liberals were coming to power, and I refused to serve. Yeah, exactly. Like back here in the country, in the United States, man, Obama reigned for 8 years. Everybody proclaimed he was the best president. Yeah, Obama laid the foundation for a bunch of bullshit that was set to come. Trump's cleaning up the mess still. Biden followed by continuing to clear out all that fucking shit, you know? Obamacare, did it help anybody out? A lot of fucking people thought it was. It was doing a hell of a lot more fucking damage than it was good. I don't know if you remember, Dustin. I don't know if anybody who's listening right now, I don't know if anybody remembers. But when Obama hit office and he was talking about Obamacare, and I remember this clearly, he told people, if you do not have health care, if you are not, you know, if you are without a health care plan or a premium or whatever, if you don't have health care coverage, they were going to fine you. They were going to fine you for not having health care. What they would have done, if you were a working citizen and you did not have a health care plan or premium or any kind of coverage, come tax time, they were going to take that out of your federal taxes. That's how they were going to charge you under Obamacare, under Obama. They weren't going to charge you up front. No. They were going to take it another way. If you were somebody who got taxes back around tax time, they were going to take a chunk out of that because you are not covered under health care. That was ridiculous. I'm sure somebody remembers that. A lot of people remember that shit. I know, Dustin, you were too young. You were just graduating in 2010, so I don't know if you've followed any of that back then, but that's what was going to happen. Back around that time, that was what was going to happen down here in the States. Obama was set. He was telling people that you all were going to be charged or fined for not having health care coverage. I guess that kind of backfired, didn't it, a little? Look at all the fucking homeless people in the streets. All these people who have lost their jobs, they don't have a place to stay. How are you going to find them? They can't afford to buy a box of Band-Aids if they need it. Poor people living in the streets every single fucking day. No health care coverage. Nothing. No money for food. No money for clothes. No money for nothing. It's sad. It's sickening. I remember watching speeches. Speech for... Yeah. And there was a lot of people I remember who sat there and said, yep, you elect this man in office, things are going to go to hell. And they were right. They were all right. Things did go to fucking hell. I mean, hell, at least the only thing that everybody agreed on with Bush, not a lot of people like Bush. Not a lot of people care for Bush. Well, I think because the war happened. You know, we got bombed and we got hit in 2001 and we went right to war. We were going to war with Al-Qaeda, right? You know? Send our troops over, take out the enemy, right? Hell, after so long, we were going after fucking Saddam Hussein. Why the hell were we going after Saddam Hussein? He did nothing. That motherfucker did nothing to anybody. And yet we were going to... Oh shit, another one. Holy shit, Dustin. How much money you got over there, man? If Führer Carney goes to war with the Orange Man, I'm going to Larry's Lounge. Grab yourself a drink, and I'll meet you there at the lounge case, sir. Thanks, Dustin. Damn. But yeah, shit. But yeah, with Bush, he went after Saddam Hussein. Well, I guess because Saddam and his daddy, when his daddy was in office, they had a thing going on or whatever, you know? So it's like they had reason to believe that Saddam Hussein was involved in this war. He had no involvement. He had no fucking involvement whatsoever. And yeah, his biggest thing was fucking Saddam Hussein. Well, I think Bush only served 2 terms anyway, so Bush only served. By the way, I do see you, Hoyt. How you doing, man? My boy Hoyt in here, Dustin in here, Dustin with all the donations. Holy shit, man. You and that too, but damn, thanks a lot. Saddam was mustard gassing his own people. Well, I mean, if that were the case, then yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, the Iraq War tarnished that retard's leg. Did. But yeah, that's probably the case, you know. Saddam. I mean, everybody said Saddam was a bastard. Yeah. Bush did do 2 terms. He did. I remember that he did 2 terms, and then Obama did 2 terms. Yeah. But yeah, whenever you bring a fucking Democrat in office, they're either there's 2 things. They're not doing the job that they're hired to do, and they're robbing from the man, you and me. They're robbing from us. That's what they were doing. They were robbing from us. That's all Democrats do. They want new taxes. They raise taxes. They tax the fuck out of you. I was even looking at some stuff on the news last night under Maryland. You know, the Democrats in Maryland. I don't know what the hell they're fucking. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what these people are fucking thinking. Now they're talking about, to lower energy costs, the price of this and that has to go up to lower. Like, no, you all just want more money out of us. You all just want fucking more money in your goddamn pockets. That's all it is. Yeah, Saddam was a massive dictator like Maduro, so yeah, there was a logic to invade, I think. Obama wasn't too young. I just didn't buy into this hype. Yeah. I mean, it does make sense, though, Dustin. It does make sense, you know, why Bush went over there. Because a lot of people were thinking, why were they going after Saddam? We were supposed to be going after Bin Laden. Bin Laden was the one who carried out the attack, you know, but that does make sense, yeah. Yeah, because Saddam, he was a dictator like a lot of these motherfuckers were. He was. I do remember when they caught him, because Saddam had like fucking, 20 goddamn lookalikes? He had like 20 little lookalikes, so you had to make sure you had the Saddam Hussein. You had to make sure you had the right one. He had like fucking 20 stunt doubles over there. Hell, one of them could have been fucking Bobby Olmsted. One could have been fucking Larry Loogie. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, they caught him. They hung his ass. And then all of Iraq, they praised and celebrated. So yeah, that makes sense. But just like looking back now, the last couple weeks, when Trump bombed Venezuela and they captured Maduro, whatever the fuck his name is, and every Democrat here is like, why did he bomb Venezuela? What he had no, he was supposed to be anti-war. Why did he do it? He bad man. He bad man. Yeah, but when it came out why he did it, and he took a dictator that did not he didn't want to leave his position at all. He was a dictator. He hated his people down there. Trump went in, took the motherfucker out, and you know what? Everybody in Venezuela was fucking cheering. They were celebrating in the streets. They were cheering. They were thankful that Trump came in and did something. Something that, I think what it was, okay, so now they say that when Biden was in office, Biden issued them a warning to Maduro. Don't do it. Don't do it. But you know what? Biden didn't have the balls to do it. He only issued a warning. So now, you know, Trump goes in and does it. and a lot of people see why he did it. And now in the media, they're like, "Oh well, when Biden was in, Biden issued a warning. That doesn't count. Biden didn't want to fucking do shit." Don't agree with Bin Laden's whole handling. We threw his corpse in the ocean, and no, yeah, that's what seems suspect to me too, Dustin. When what was it, SEAL Team 6, I think, when they went in, the guy, the sniper or whoever it was, when they went in and got Bin Laden, how Obama was, he was taking the credit for all that shit.
Listen now.
Holy shit. Another one. God damn, man. Libs here want Carney to Maduro Trump. Yeah. Thanks for the donations, Dustin. Much appreciated, man. But yeah, that was suspect to me too. When they just got rid of Bin Laden's body, they were going to bring it back here to, just show people, hey, we got him. Like, no, his body just went. His body's gone. Nobody even wants it. It's like, why? What do y'all got to fucking hide? Is he still out there somewhere? I don't fucking know. But that was under Obama's term. So, with when it comes to Obama, anything's possible. He don't want the fucking American people to know. We want to see the motherfucker. We want to see that lying fucking corpse right there. We want to see that son of a bitch that carried out these attacks. This motherfucker was trained by the CIA and shit, The CIA had their ties with Afghanistan back in the 70s and the 80s. That's how this motherfucker knew our fucking strategies and shit. This is what they fucking knew. They carried out these attacks. They were trained by the fucking CIA. The CIA are the ones that fucking assassinated JFK. All of that is lined up in the files, the JFK files. I think I did a podcast on that last year. That's still it's still up on the channel. Where, even the JFK files, it proves the CIA was in on every fucking thing. Did Lee Harvey do it? He fired the shots. But everything was done under CIA order. Yeah, we threw it in the abyss. Believe us, case, sir. We go to the lounge cake. Is Carney any better than Beta Butch Trudeau? Actually, let's look into that. I do have an article up here, Hoyt, that Dustin sent me. Let's go ahead and look into that before I forget about it. So, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney begins a landmark 4-day visit to China to mend ties. Yeah, I will say, Mark Carney's no better. He wants to mend ties with the enemy. Yeah, let's read into this article. Coming from Beijing. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney arrived in Beijing on Wednesday night, beginning a 4-day visit designed to repair foundering relations between the two nations as Canada looks to develop ties with countries other than the United States. Wow. It is the first visit of the Canadian leader of China in nearly a decade. Carney will meet with Premier Li Qiang, his counterpart as the head of the government, and China President Xi Jinping. Let's see, Carney's got a lot invested in Brookfield. Everything he's doing benefits Brookfield. We will double non-U.S. trades over the next 10 years. That means we are cognizant of the fact that the global economic environment has fundamentally changed and that Canada must diversify its trading partners, Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister Anita said in Beijing after she arrived with Carney for the visit. You'll meet me at the lounge. Hey, sir. China's state media has been calling on the Canadian government to set a foreign policy path independent of the United States. Canada has long been one of the America's closest allies, geographically and otherwise, but Beijing is hoping that President Trump's economic aggression and now military action against the other countries will erode that long-standing relation. Trump had said, among other things, that Canada could be the 51st U.S. state. You butchered, how say, yeah, I know, I'm not in the right state of mind today. for reading. There's a whole lot more to this article. I'm not going to read it all, but as I do in traditional stance, anybody who wants to read up on it, I'm going to put it in a Discord. God damn, I got to dust this motherfucker out. Last thing I posted in there was 9/11 last year. So I put the article in the podcast leftovers under Tuned In Live Scraps. You guys want to read up on that? But yeah, basically, you have Canada now siding with the enemy for tides. They want to mend tides. Yeah, that's right. That's like, what was it, years ago? People were telling me, you got to watch Russia, you got to watch China. You know, they were going to, mend their ties. They were going to partner up or whatever. Now you got Canada doing it with fucking China. Canada, which I guess, I know you live in Canada, Dustin. I guess Canada is mostly liberal in a sense. You got all the liberals up there who are like, oh, well, fuck Trump, fuck America. We don't need none of that motherfucker. Let's go see what China has. Yeah, come on, China. Yeah, China's got fucking missiles and shit. That's all we need. That's all we need. We need Prime Minister Mark Carney to mend ties, to have a partnership with China. Yeah, let's bring some boats over to Canada holding all these fucking missiles and shit. That's all we need. Canada bomb U.S. Hey, what do you call that? I can't even fucking think of the word for it. Yeah, China sends her hello. China, yeah. Be interested in the Fallout 3 and New Vegas remasters. If they come out, I'm pretty sure they'll come out in Game Pass if they come out. Yeah, I'll download and grab them. Yeah. Everybody was talking about China. China is the one big motherfucker that everybody fucking needs to look out for. Yeah, China already occupying our Arctic shore. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's all we need. We need somebody like him to bring the firepower over here and shit. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Yeah, what was the other thing? I guess that was the thing that I was talking about. I'm gonna go back to what you were saying here. Where the hell's the main hang? Yeah. Oh, the Greenland situation. Or Carney. I gotta read this. Let's see. This is a day ago. Let's read this. This is a day ago. Back here. China or what China's alignment with Carney on Greenland says of the New World Order. Makes me think of WCW. Prime Minister Mark Carney on Friday said he found much alignment with Chinese President Xi Jinping on their views on Greenland, which some experts say is a signal of new pragmatism in Canadian foreign policy, while facing what Carney called a new world order. Yeah, there's zero attention to it. The conservative leader wanted to establish a military presence on the northern borders and Arctic shores because Russia and China are already lurking. Yeah. And I think everybody's blind to the world for it. Well, the U.S. is blind to it, of course, because look what we're doing right now. What is taking our attention off of the main things, the main focus? The main focus here, and I'm glad you brought it to the attention, Dustin, because this is something I haven't even heard of. I didn't even hear. I know Trump was in talks with talking to Greenland and trying to bring Greenland as part of the United States. But yeah, this is something that I didn't even know. First of all, let me put this in Discord once again. Hello for the Discord. Anybody following on Discord? 2 articles in there to check out. But that is something. It's like, it always happens whenever something big. Renee, Good, and George Floyd are true heroes. Icons, yeah. We need a statue of a raging lesbian in the middle of Minneapolis to remind them, hey, 2 strong black men. That's what we need. We need a statue of a raging lesbian in the middle of fucking Minneapolis with that fucking that picture. Just that picture alone of her screaming at him through the window. Ah! China would take over the world if they could. That's what seems like it's going to happen, Hoyt. Because the Prime Minister of Canada meeting with him, that's all it takes. You get China on your side, especially over here in North America. Can you imagine if China boated or sailed their fucking taking out. My future wife is sitting beside me running. But yeah, can you imagine Canada having a partnership with China, and they lug all those fucking missiles over here? Like there'd be a fucking war. World War III would start. Canada versus the U.S., probably Mexico, probably Russia with China and shit. Who knows? Did you touch on how she and her lesbian partner abused their kids? And I didn't check up on that. I'll get to that here in a little bit. Yeah, it was on InstaFreed, her rap sheet. You know what? My brother shared that. I gotta find that. I'm gonna look that up real quick. My brother did share that on Facebook. I'll find that and I'll talk about that. A rap sheet. My brother's been showing every. That's something. But yeah. So you got this guy. I'm not going to read. But basically, it's what you were talking about with Greenland. You got the Prime Minister of Canada saying he's going to go to war with Trump if Trump proceeds with this whole thing with Greenland. Wow. So you're threatening war with the You're going to war with the man who just took out a fucking dictator. You want to go to war with a man who took out a dictator and freed an entire country. You want to go to war with a man who said, try me. Fuck around and find out. It seems like liberals are looking for war. No matter where the fuck they go or what they do, liberals are looking to start a war somewhere. They're looking for a dick sizing event. That's all it is. Let's come up to the plate. Let's measure what our dick sizes are, you know? How badly do you have to be a cock to get bodied by Hubbard? Larry Abraham did that, and see you at the lounge to present anus. Shit, I think Larry Loogie was a fucking liberal. I think he was. Hubbard, he's trying. Hubbard's trying. Didn't she have a husband who passed away a few years ago, and now she was... I would have to look up that, I think, that with that woman. Let me see here. Where is... I know my brother. He did share what you said was the rap sheet. Oh, here's another thing. Here's another fucking thing. I don't know if you guys heard of this. So, I'm sure you guys know who Casey Anthony is. So, Casey Anthony, for those of you who don't remember, Casey Anthony was the woman who murdered her child, murdered her daughter, and got away with murder years ago. Even Angry Grandpa, there was a video of Angry Grandpa watching the trial, and when they said that she wasn't guilty and he was flipping his shit. Casey Anthony. She did. Yeah, she got all scot-free, yeah. Casey Anthony, who was charged with and acquitted for the murder of her 2-year-old daughter, rebuked J.D. Vance for defending an ICE officer who shot Renee Nicole Good. For those of us in the legal world, you should try consulting with someone other than the corrupt Attorney General of the United States to get your information about how a legal system and our Constitution are applied to all citizens, yourself included, Anthony wrote on a Substack last... What the fuck's a Substack? The fuck's a Substack? But basically, the dumb bitch who murdered her 2-year-old daughter over a decade ago is standing with this dumb bitch who agitated these ICE agents. How fucking sickening. Well, nobody really even gives a shit about her anymore, you know? Like, this bitch killed her fucking kid. Her opinion don't even fucking matter anyway. Yeah, he made several anti-Trump posts over the Maduro and ICE. He's a fucking laughing stock of the fucking locker room. Fucking Carney. All these stupid motherfuckers. Where the hell is that rap sheet? My brother shares so many goddamn things about this dumb bitch and liberals. He shares my views. You know, he's like me. I haven't shared too much. My brother, he shares all the fucking good memes and shit. Let me see. I know it's up here somewhere because I did see it just the other day. There was a rap sheet. Where is it? Do I got a fucking Google? I really gotta Google. God damn, I'm going through the fucking post. Yep, I stand with ICE. Here we go. Yeah, let's see. Renee. Oh, Nicole Renee Good. I'm sorry. She's 45 years old. Should be 45 right now. On October 7th. Well, let's see. Booking number 2023. This was back in 24. State probation violation, $0. Domestic abuse, child endangerment law. So she abused her child 2 years ago. She was fined $50,000. Back in 2023, state probation law, $900. Again in 2020, about 2 months after that, interfering with medical treatments, battery of a police officer, entering and remaining in real estate property. Well, she wasn't charged for that. Back in 2022, interfering with medical treatment, entering, remaining real property, battery of a police officer, and that went on. She has charges for battery, trespassing, interfering with medical treatments, and abusing a child. $50,000 charge. Yeah. We are entertainment stand. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Can I send you a picture of my towel soaked in marinara sauce? I'm sure he's hanging around here. Let's see. I think she actually did that. I guess she was let off. Yeah. That was the charges on that bitch. That was the charges on that bitch. And everybody saw the video, people. Everybody saw the fucking video. And like I said earlier on, when Dustin brought it up again, her father-in-law said that he saw the whole video. He saw that woman run over that ICE agent. And everybody knows her track record. She's a professional agitator. Why is there a fucking woman? And I hate to even be that way. You know, I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing against the gay people. Why, of all people, a fucking lesbian, she's on her way home with her wife, partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck that thing was. Why is instead of going home to be with her child, decide she's going to divert to where there's an ICE agents that are, you know, they're on a case. They're on a fucking case. She goes and agitates them, interferes with the investigation, with this case. She's playing fucking Superman. Well, she's trying to play fucking Superman. You ain't gonna take him. Then her fucking thing gets out the goddamn passenger seat and is filming them. And then she proceeds to try to run the fucking agent over. Not once, but twice. And I've said this before. I've told people, even though they stand with the dumb bitch. And I say, no, I stand with ICE. The guy, the ICE agent, he's a federal agent. He's trained for situations like this. Any fucking authoritarian figure, police officer, federal agent, whatever, they're trained for this shit. Did the woman have to die? No. She made that decision that day. She made the decision, I'm going to run this fucker over because I can. Yeah, she fucked around and found out. She lost her life. Sad, yes. Tragic, yes. But she made the fucking choice. The ICE agent, he made the decision that he was trained to do properly, legally. His life was in danger, and probably other lives were in danger as well. He had to end the threat. He ended the threat. He shot the bitch. Should I feel sorry for her? No. She made that decision. She decided that she wanted to be there. She wanted to be there to agitate these people, to interfere with the fucking investigation. Instead of taking that thing home with her, that was her. Why do I hear groaning? Game member of Welcome to. Oh, you subscribed. Oh shit! Damn, Dustin, you must have got heavily paid or something, man. Thanks, man. Holy shit! All I hear is fucking Herbert the Pervert moaning in my ear. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I set this shit up and I forget what the hell it's all for. The big chungus became one of us. Get the mayo. Thanks, Dustin. You did ask, is Maryland making a statue in her honor? Knowing fucking Westmore, he probably would. Why did you use the Herbert theme for that? I don't fucking know. I just chose random shit to put in there. You got Hubbard when you make a donation. You got Hubbard. When you subscribe to the channel, you got Herbert. I don't even know what the other ones are. I honestly don't know. It's how I set it up. I would have to go back and rewatch that. How far into this son of a bitch am I? An hour and 8 minutes. I have to go back to an hour and 7 minutes just to hear Herbert the Pervert. Oh shit. But yeah, that is a good article you did give me there, Dustin, about the whole Greenland thing. Let me see here. Look back on that. Let me read a little bit more up on that. U.S. President Donald Trump's persistent threats of annexing Greenland, which is the autonomous territory of NATO member Denmark, has seen Canada find common ground with China, a country that Carney last year described as the biggest threat to Canada's security. Let's see. What's going on, Mike? Over there on Twitch. Hey, Mike, I got the Discord up if you want to join in. I got the general chat on the side. Let's see, connecting. There we go. If you want to be part of it, man, I'm all ears. Herbert the Pervert, one of the best characters in Family Guy. Yes, he is. Real big man Sam received a membership gift. Holy shit. What's going on in here? Damn, getting all the subscribers. Sent one Arrow Entertainment gift membership. Thanks a lot, Dustin. Gave Real Big Man. Who is Real Big Man Sam? Hear Herbert the Pervert. Oh, just to hear Herbert the Pervert again. Okay. Alright, Real Big Man Sam, welcome to the show. Anybody who's watching, you guys are awesome. So let's see. Mike, I got you in here, man. If you want to join in, I'm under the general. let's go ahead and read more of. Canada and China have the policy position and maintaining the status quo vis-a-vis that of the United States, said Lynette Ong. Oh, he was trying to send it to Hawaii. Oh. I guess it just randomly picks, I guess. Shit. I'm surprised you can't choose it. Okay. So let's see. Canada finds some position of being more closely aligned with Beijing than Washington when it comes to the Greenland and the Arctic. China, unlike President Trump, has not declared any intention of taking Greenland or changing the status quo in the terms of Arctic security. However, shared language does not mean shared objective. All right, so before Mike gets in here, let me go ahead and take a quick break. Mike, I see you in the Discord here. Let me go ahead and take a quick break real quick. We'll be right back, guys.
Hooked it. That should cost him a stroke.
Herb.
Okay, I'll get him down.
Herb.
The copper top. Tops them all.
What if he's hungry? He won't be hungry. Every other kid in the world's gonna feed him. Okay.
May your season be magical. Make it a blockbuster holiday.
Spartan School of Aeronautics can train you to be a pilot or quality.
A pilot?
Yes, Spartan has been training aviation professionals in Tulsa, Oklahoma since 1928. Spartan offers training in aviation maintenance, broadcast What now?
Shouldn't you join the military for something like that?
Only if you want a haircut.
I guess you could say careers are really taking off at Spartan.
Call Spartan School of Aeronautics at 1-800-641-2600 for a brochure. That's 1-800-6...
Last live that we did, that damn thing was gargle as hell.
Yes, it was. All right, we are back, guys. Sorry about that. I was taking a phone call or something in the background. Mike is here with us now.
Yeah, sorry, I was asleep.
I'll invade.
Man, I've been feeling like I was ill the last 2 days, like, no lie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. Like, I had this bad acid reflux. I still have it, but it's not as bad now.
I take Prilosec. Prilosec helped me out pretty good. Like, because I had heartburn last night, and Prilosec, it'll cure it for, like, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days, and I'll take another one.
Man, you remember the stuff that we used to get at the convenience store, the Zyrtec? Man, that was the best.
Oh, yeah.
Until they banned it.
Yeah, I know. They don't want you feeling good or anything nowadays.
No, the thing that was going to give you cancer actually made you feel better. That's the weird thing about it, but okay.
Yeah, I know. That's like right
so
now.
What was the...
That's like right now with you know how RFK came out and said how Tylenol, pregnant women can't be taking Tylenol because it caused defects in
oh yeah.
And how many fucking Democrats ran to the fucking store and said, I'm going to take Tylenol, I'm going to take Tylenol. Yeah, overdose on that shit, you dumb fucks.
Hey, Tide Pods will make you feel better.
Yeah, get some of those. Tide Pods, maybe some in like Arm & Hammer.
Take a good couple hundred of those.
Take a box of Arm & Hammer baking soda and consume that completely.
Yeah, just take in one of them little bleach breathing things, that said Tide Pod on it, and just go.
There you
make
go.
You feel good in about 20 minutes.
Makes you feel good, do it.
Exactly. Make you smarter.
Yeah.
You won't see ice no more for within about probably a couple hundred times. After you do it a couple hundred times, you won't see ice no more. You don't have to worry about them then.
Yeah, they'll be sleeping with the ice and the fishes.
They'll be sleeping on the ground.
Yep. What's going on with Mike? With you, Mike? What you want to talk about, man?
Well, what was the topic you was on? You was talking. I heard Greenland last time. Let's talk about Greenland.
Yeah, Dustin actually shared that article where Mark Carney.
Yeah, where they sent about 13 troops, 13. What was it? 13 Germans, 1 Brit, 2 Norwegians, and I forgot what the other numbers, but it was like total about 40 troops.
Yeah. Why don't you
just to stop an invasion, which ain't even going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, why would they attack their own allies? Why would he? That's how stupid they are.
Yeah, because the article that Dustin sent. So Mark Carney's talking about if Trump does any kind of dealings with Greenland and talks of trying to make Greenland the 51st state. Mark Carney wants to.
Why not? I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, Carney wants to start war with Trump now over that. Not only that, we were just talking about it a little bit ago, where Canada.
Well, that's okay.
Canada and China.
There's something
are now,
that y'all don't know.
Well, Canada and China are in talks now of mending their ties too.
No, yeah, I mean it's great. Let them go talk to China. But here's another thing you don't know about Russia's. Probably, well, Ukraine and all that. Let the EU keep supplying UK because Russia's got their nukes pointed right at them.
Yep. Oh yeah, Russia's got everything. Like everybody's been talking for so many years. Look out for Russia. Russia this, Russia that. And I was just talking.
I tell you what.
About that too.
No, I tell you what, Mike. It was almost a world war. About 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh yeah.
If he would have intervened in Russia, if he would have intervened in Iran. Guaranteed. Because Iran has 2,000 missiles, and I think, and this is just I think, I don't know, it's not confirmed.
Dustin just said they signed a deal.
Yeah, but here's another thing too. I think they have serious biological weapons that Bush Jr. was looking for.
Oh, of course. You know they're hiding all over there. The WMDs, they're all over there.
Oh yeah, they do have those, but I mean, I'm talking about the bioweapons that Bush was looking for back in 2003 that we were going into Iraq for.
Yeah, I remember that too. You know what? That's funny because I was actually talking about that earlier. I don't know how long ago you tuned into, but yeah, we were talking about.
I just tuned in just now as I saw you live. I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to join live. You never got back with me last night.
Oh yeah. Last night I was we were watching a movie last night. We passed out on the couch, so I didn't really check anything. But yeah, I was just talking about that. Literally, like we were talking. I was mentioning how Bush went into Iraq when we were going after Bin Laden.
Both Bushes went to Iraq.
Yeah,
both of them did. The first one was everybody was involved. That was about oil, of course. We all knew that. The second one was looking for these WMDs, which Bush never found. He just wanted to. Now, here's the thing, Mike. Okay, here's the thing about this. What would happen right now if Saddam was still alive? Do you think ISIS would exist?
Probably not.
Exactly. And Gaddafi took care of ISIS too, and well, Assad's over in Russia. He's a doctor now, supposedly.
Dustin just shared in the Discord. Canada strikes tariff deal with China as global trade moves further from the U.S.
But they're communists now, so.
Yeah. There's the video of Hubbard ordering Domino's pizza and blames
Jeez,
I gotta watch that later.
But I know a lot about what's going on. I follow a group actually that we talk about this every day.
Oh yeah.
About this and it's pretty interesting what's going on over there. And the protesters are paid over there.
Oh yeah.
The stuff that you're seeing on the news goes back to 2022. That's not what's actually going on.
Yeah, I've
now,
seen
yes,
it
there's
too.
paid protesters, but the thing about it is, there are some peaceful ones in there, but you could tell and weave out which one are the paid ones.
Hoyt
and it was a failed coup by somebody.
Hoyt said, I was born 7 months after the Iraq war started. Yeah, I was in high school when all that shit went down too.
Which one is he talking about? The first one or the second one?
I think the one with because Hoyt was born in the 2000s, so it was after
Okay, so he's
9/11.
talking about the second one.
Yeah.
Desert Storm. Okay, Operation Enduring Freedom.
Wasn't the first one the Gulf War, or was that something else?
Yeah, the first one was the Gulf War. The second one was Operation Endure Freedom.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Something Freedom. I think it was Enduring Freedom. Matter of fact, when the second one happened, I was raking somebody's leaves at somebody's house making money. And I saw an EWAC airplane fly over the house. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Never seen one of them before.
Yeah, 2003.
And the next day, we ended up in Iraq or in Afghanistan.
I was on the island. Yeah, I was on the island somewhere there. Yeah, I was kicking it back.
But the thing about it, the thing in all that was, what was it? The thing, I was in school when 9/11 happened, and the first thing came in my mouth, why are we not nuking somebody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure was.
I was sitting in I was in English class that morning, and in fact, like 2 periods before that, people were talking about going home early, and I'm on the edge.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
got out of there at 12.
I'm like, what? Going home early? But then we went to the next class, and I was like, I guess not. But then they got on the intercom, and they were talking. They didn't turn the TVs on or anything.
Early dismissal.
Yeah, they said.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, the way they did
I remember
us
exactly.
Yeah, the way they did us, the principal came on and said that there was an attack on American soil. They mentioned about the towers in New York and another plane being gunned down, or it was heading to the Pentagon. Oh, it did hit the Pentagon, and
Yeah,
they were
one hit
like,
the Pentagon.
and then they were talking
supposed
about
to go to the White House.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
When they hit the Pentagon, it was supposed to the White House.
But they went ahead and said, let's give a moment of prayer, moment of silence for those who lost their lives. And then when that was done, they said, okay, everybody stand by for early dismissal. We're waiting for the buses to all be lined up outside. And we're like, God damn, we even had the next day off from school and shit. You know, we're just, that's all it was. Everybody was watching it on the news, the whole thing unraveling.
Several thousand people died. I think it was 2,900 and some odd people.
Yep. And yet to this day, the Democrats will still sit there and proclaim that January 6th was a greater event than 9/11. I'm like,
no.
You dementia-ridden piece of retarded shit.
Well, it was over 50 years. Think about it. 2001, and the last one was 1941. That was over 40 years ago. Somebody attacked the mainland of the U.S.
Yep. And that was Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. That was the Japs. And we showed them something too. Like, okay, y'all attacked us. Guess what? We fired back heavily. Yeah.
And actually, a lot more people died during Pearl Harbor than did 9/11.
Yeah. And that's one thing a lot of countries outside of North America should know. It's like,
you know who's behind 9/11?
Bin Laden.
Nope.
CIA.
Yep.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I did mention that too. The CIA's behind a lot of things.
And another country.
What was that?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I watched a guy that's ex-CIA on YouTube, and he spoke about 9/11. He said, "Did you know the Saudis and the CIA was behind that, and the FBI?"
I believe it.
I was like, "Holy shit!"
CIA.
I was like, "I didn't even know that." But the thing that got me about the Saudis was when they offered George W. Bush Jr. $1 million check. I was like, something's behind that. Gotta be. You don't just hand somebody $1 million check and say, "Here you go, take this as a, some kind of offering or whatever from the Saudis."
Yep. And
the sad part, we're allies with the people that was behind 9/11.
Dude, it's funny about everything that we mentioned here on the show. Is like,
Did you know also who's really behind the deep state?
Who?
And the CIA.
Well, of course, CIA's been. They had their hands
and the
tied
congressional people.
Yeah, the CIA.
And
Yeah,
or it goes deeper than that. And a lot of other countries that are involved in the deep state. That why we've been actually the way we are. And actually, if you didn't know this much, people don't understand what's actually going on. And I can tell you right now, I can tell you exactly what's going on. And it's an attack. Everything has a purpose, okay? Everything does. What Bush is doing, well, not Bush, but Trump is doing right now, he cut the head off the snake. He's got the main guy, which is that knows everything. Why do you think we went to Venezuela? It wasn't because of the oil.
Oh, I know. Well, I mentioned it earlier, and it's funny because I was just getting ready to say a lot of people don't. A lot of these Democrats fail to know or understand or remember history's bound to repeat itself one way or another. So earlier when I was talking,
yeah, if we don't win 2026 midterms, we're gonna have a Biden 4.0. So go out there and vote.
Well, we're definitely
gonna
win those. No guarantee. But
no,
I was
not right now. We're not, because we're not taking enough action. Yeah, we've got to get these rhinos out of Congress. We've got to get them out. They're behind. They're against Trump right now. A lot of them are in there. They may not look like it, but they all sit together at the lunch table.
But what I was getting ready to say was, so I was talking with Dustin earlier when we were talking about 9/11. How, you know, back then everybody was like, why are you going after Saddam Hussein? We're supposed to be going after bin Laden, you know, because bin Laden's the one that attacked the country. It wasn't Saddam. But what made more sense was, okay, Saddam was a sick dictator to Iraq. So we go in.
Yes and no.
We take out Saddam, you know, and because I remember, you know, there was people in Iraq, they were all cheering about it. They were like, yeah, they finally got that motherfucker. You know, they finally got.
Yes, but here's the thing too, Mike. You got to understand. Saddam, if Saddam was in office today, okay, yeah, he did some bad things. There's a lot of dictators that do a lot of bad things. I mean, look at Stalin for an instance. We were allies with him back in World War II, and he died of heart failure.
Yep.
But Saddam Hussein would have not had ISIS. Gaddafi, which was another dictator, actually cared about his people after a while.
Yeah.
After he was even though he was evil. Okay. If you look back in 2003, there was a thing that, hold on, I got a burp. Excuse me. Anyways, if you go back and look in the history, in the Bible where it says Israel be claiming 7 different nations, okay? The 7 different nations is Sudan, Nigeria, or actually no, I think it's northern or southern Sudan. It's one of the two. Nigeria, and there's a couple 5 other countries, okay? That's why, and this was supposed to happen, we were supposed to attack 7 different countries back in 2003. And if you saw where the Arab Spring was, those were the 7 countries. Now, put that in perspective today, Gaza, if you look up Gaza 2030, or there's another project going on, some kind of canal, because I was talking to one of my group leaders. We were all discussing this a couple weeks ago.
Gaza
about
2035?
Yep. That's why Gaza's wiped out.
Yeah, let me put that in this.
It's supposed to be a canal that Israel is supposed to be building that costs over $200 billion or some shit like that.
I'm going to put this in the Discord for you guys, and I'll read it as well under live scraps. From crisis to prosperity. I don't even know who the fuck that name starts with an N. His vision. His vision for Gaza 2035 revealed online. The plan lays out a 3-step program for returning Gaza to self-governance and eventually reintegrating. I'm minding.
Yep.
Gaza.
And that it's supposed to turn in part of Gaza's in the middle of the way right now to make this new project, which is supposed to be a canal.
Yeah, this article came out 2 years ago in 2024. Let's see. There has been much debate about exactly what Israel's plan for the post-war Gaza would look like. Documents from Prime Minister's office were published online Friday showing Israel's plan to revitalize the Gazan economy. The documents were published online by Prime Minister Benjamin. Attempt to bring about a lasting peace, reintegrate Gaza into the regional economy through large infrastructure and economic investment. It called Gaza an Iranian outpost that sabotages emerging supply chain and thwarts any future hope for the Palestinian people. The plan also highlighted historically central place that Gaza held in the east-west trade routes, being on both the Baghdad-Egypt trade routes and Yemen-Europe trade route. I don't want to end. Let's see.
Just make sure you post it up there for people to understand it. It's pretty much a project that it's first take out, relocate the people, second decimate the land, and third start digging the canal. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, the regional plan. The wider regional plan is to ramp up the mega projects such as NEOM in Saudi Arabia and implement them in the Sinai. This would enable Gaza to function as a significant industrial port on the Mediterranean, which would be the main entrepot.
Because do you remember back in, I think it was 2021 or 2, where that ship got stuck in the Sinai Canal?
Oh yeah, that was way back. Well, I forgot when that was. I remember that.
That was during COVID. Or Rona, my bad. Let me rephrase that, YouTube.
That was
Rona.
in Central America. There was one in Central America, yeah, that got stuck.
No, it was not. That was not Central America. That was Egypt.
That see the boat.
Egypt. Oh no, you might have been right. That might have been Panama Canal.
Boat stuck in the canal.
I think that was either Panama or Egypt. I'm thinking Egypt. Because most of our ports, most of the ports and all that come through Egypt. Most of the trade routes come through Egypt, so they don't have to go around Africa because of that strait down there by Antarctica and South.
Oh, okay.
Africa.
Yeah, there was a boat stuck. Yeah, the Suez Canal was recently.
Suez Canal. That's in Egypt.
Yeah, blocked by
I think that was, what year was that? 2022?
Hold on. It was blocked by the Ever Given, a container ship that ran aground on March 23rd, 2021. Yeah, 2021. The vessel was freed.
That's why they're trying to do that other thing that's coming through Gaza, because of that.
Yeah, the vessel was freed after a 6-day operation involving tugboats and dredgers, aided by full moon's tidal flood. But I do know there was one many years ago.
Mike, I got a bigger question. Have you noticed any other tankers obviously not getting stuck anymore for some reason? Since then? Remember there's 150, what was it? 150 that were still off the coast of California and the Gulf and all that? All those goods?
They were halted, but they weren't stuck. They were halted.
Do you know why?
I remember that, but I forgot why.
Because the deep state wanted control over you, and they thought, oh, let's lock everybody up in the rooms, not thinking that they had computers to look all the shit up and find out what's really going on.
Didn't a cargo ship in California get stuck later that year? I think it did.
One of them did.
Yeah.
I think it was one. Because the waters are so low there because of pretty much they're going dry over there as well. But
yeah, Hoyt. The incident was at the port of Long Beach, involving nearly 70 shipping containers falling off the cargo ship named Mississippi into the.
So let's take a guess here, folks. How let's all take a bet. Well, let's not take a bet because we all got no money because we're broke as a joke. But anyways, let's all take a guess when the insurrection act's going to happen. I say by no later than late week. Monday.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it's
anybody else want to take a guess?
You know, it's funny because I was getting ready to mention this earlier because, talking about, like, We got Canada and China trying to, mend their ties and have a partnership. And then you got Mark Carney of Canada. He's trying to intervene with Trump trying to gain land with Greenland and saying, oh, we're going to go to war if you do that. It's like, it ain't your fucking country. It belongs to Denmark. Has no property of fucking, of Canada.
Denmark can't even defend itself.
Yeah. So you figure we got all these major things going on right now. What's in the main headlines right now? That and there's always something that comes out that diverts your attention to where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe that happened. It's like, what happened? Okay, you got Venezuela. Everybody's talking about, oh my God, he invaded Venezuela. He was anti-war. Why did he bomb Venezuela? It's like we were talking about.
He did it for a reason.
He took out the dictator. He took out a dictator. And I mentioned this earlier.
Actually, let me correct you on that. Yes, he was a dictator, but he was being held by the Cubans, a hostage by the Cubans.
I didn't know.
And where's Cuba relies? Right 90 miles behind us, because you know why? Cubans can't really strike us because of their technology is so obsolete. We decimate them in a heartbeat. Okay? Think about it for a second, Mike. How are you going to get somebody's attention? Okay, we have the Colombian government that hates us. We have Maduro. And we have the Cuban government. 3 of them, right? And the Cuban government's talking a whole bunch of crap. But guess what? If there's a thing out there, it's called Flight Checker something 24. If you look at the planes, there's been Colombian aircraft coming to the United States to talk with Trump and all that. So Cuban is actually just putting on a show. We're not going to go down to Colombia and take them out, but we will take out the. We did take Maduro out, and we did kill those bodyguards. That was, them Cuban bodyguards that was holding Maduro hostage. Oh yeah, we took them 32 people out, or 40 of them. Correction.
That's like if you remember, if you look back on the JFK papers. Even back in the 50s and as late as early as the 30s and the 40s, going up to the 70s, we've had a lot of ties with Cuba, even JFK, because I think what it was.
It was Castro. There was 2 operations. There was Operation Ortsec, and then there was Operation Bay of Pigs. And what you're talking about is the Bay of Pigs.
Because they wanted JFK in on something. And JFK, he didn't want to be part of it. I forgot what it was, but JFK did not want to be part of it. It was the CIA was involved.
The Bay of Pigs.
Yeah, the CIA,
the Bay of Pigs.
The Cubans, all that. Yeah.
And that was a failed CIA coup against Castro, also.
But you gotta figure, like, everything going on. So, like, the biggest smoke and mirror thing. Well, Venezuela wasn't smoke and mirrors. Like, right now, you got liberals back here saying he shouldn't have invaded Venezuela. I feel for those people. What are they doing down in Venezuela? They're cheering in the streets. They're taking their clothes off and dancing happily and shit. I don't know if they're doing. They probably fucking are, but they're down there fucking cheering. Yeah, he got the motherfucker. Praise Trump. Back here, you got motherfuckers like, I hate Trump. I hate Trump. That's motherfucking rapist. That's fucking racist. Yeah, that motherfucker wasn't racist 20 years ago when he was in support of fucking Whoopi Goldberg and all them motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. And then the next biggest smoke and mirror thing comes this dumb bitch in Minneapolis, this lesbian of all fucking people, a fucking lesbian. Fuck ICE. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. Tries to run him over. What happens? Fuck around and find out, The biggest smoke and mirrors. We got everything going on that needs to be a fucking focus in people's attentions. And yet we're sitting here looking at a fucking dyke who should have been at home with her fucking kid. How was your day at school, Junior? That's nice.
She has a lot of charges on her too.
I read it. I actually read it before you came. I read it. She had a charge on there from 2 years ago for child negligence or something. It was $50,000 charge.
2 $900 ones.
Yep.
So technically,
there was 2 $900 ones, and then it was I want to say maybe 52,000, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah, we rounded up to 52, but it was like 51.8.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Venezuela just for a brief moment, Mike.
Yeah.
So, how do you stop Russia and China? Okay, two main Russia, China, and Iran. How do you stop them? Right. So we captured Maduro. Okay, the best operation we ever had during Trump's era. So how do you take out China, Iran, and Russia?
Cut the head
Russia
off.
can't supply a lot of oil to China, right? So they go to Venezuela, grab the oil, and take it back to the countries because China cannot produce their own oil.
Guess what? We got their oil now.
No, well, yeah, we got 100 and some barrels, or 100 some eight. I think it was like $8 billion worth of oil.
Yeah.
But guess what? China, Russia, and Iran can't get that oil no more because we're in control of it. Well, technically, Iran, Venezuela slash the U.S. has it, and we're capturing all the oil tankers. And guess what we're going to do with them oil tankers? We're going to keep them.
Yep.
So that's how you prevent Taiwan from being attacked, and that's how you stop almost Russia from pretty much vacating out of Ukraine. And look at the economy of Iran.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing.
Yep.
So
Trump is doing everything that he said he was going to do. He was going to fuck him in the ass and make him humble, and he sure is. JFK was too big of a threat to the CIA. He had to be taken care of. Yep, that's exactly what happened. The CIA was a big threat to the country.
He was a big threat to the CIA. I think that he went against what the deep state said, and that's how he got killed.
Yep. And you know, JFK, he was one of the true Democrats.
And he was on the Democrat side.
Yeah, he was.
He was actually a Democrat.
He was one of the true Democrats back then. He ain't like the fucking liberal Democrats today, the ones that are out there dyeing their fucking hair blue and growing titties and wearing all these fucking piercings, going around, I changed genders. There's like 30 genders. That's hate speech. There's 30 genders. Man, I would love to go out there with a fucking 12 gauge. I would love to be in a crowd of them motherfuckers with a fucking 12 gauge.
Insurrection that's going to be going on. I wouldn't do that.
Should I be like, hey, I'm normal, I'm conservative?
Just let the government handle it, because if you do right now, if they issue the Insurrection Act and they do all this, they'll be considered terrorists.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad too. And I like to tell the people out there that are like, oh, you're for Trump. You're for this. You're all for this. Yeah, I proudly voted for this. I proudly voted for this shit because you know why? Because for 4 fucking years we were a laughingstock to the fucking world. For 4 years we had to sit there in silence. If we farted or said if we said man, woman, we were fucking criminals. We were fucking terrorists. Oh,
are you ready? Are y'all ready for a twist?
Yeah.
Do you think Biden was put in there on purpose?
Oh, he was a puppet. He was a puppet from the beginning.
No. Mike, think about it for a second. Trump had to go in the first term to find out who the bad people were. So purposely, the election got overturned. It was a psyop, pretty much. They put Biden in, so all the cards are exposed. And then Trump prayed to God, he would get in there the second time to clean it all up.
Oh, he did all right.
Think about it. Think about it for a second. Now, if you go back from 2016 to now, do you really think it was a psyops, or do you not think it was a psyops?
Oh, it's definitely one big coincidence. I know that.
If you look at all the events following from 2016 to now, if you go back and look at it, the big question is, do you think it was a psyops? So we go through 4 years of hell, but the military was in control.
Mm-hmm.
And then the auto pen's what screwed him all up.
Oh yeah, everything came to light after Trump got in there. Like, it's amazing. Like, people spent 4 years, and they were sitting there say, "Oh, we were crying about it." We weren't fucking crying about it. I mean, yeah, we had a right to bitch about it, but we weren't fucking burning cities down and protesting with signs and proclaiming death upon people. We weren't fucking doing that. They started doing that.
I just find it funny when it hit 2022, Rona was all of a sudden gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's because they try to control us with a virus that was actually back in the 60s. If you look at if you look on the back of a bottle of Clorox, or not Clorox, it was what's that damn Lysol. It has the word Corona.
Coronavirus has been around for decades.
Yep.
COVID is just a fucking it's an umbrella term. That's all coronavirus is. You know, it's
It
funny.
was all to scare us. I told you, Mike, from the get go when we was doing our podcast, from the time we started with our right after we got done with what was that podcast we was doing before we went to switched over to 2 Live?
Utter Random Trap, I think.
Yeah, before Utter Random Crap, and no, there's another one that we did. The Through the Doorway. Through the Doorway, that's it.
Yeah.
So after we got done Through the Doorway, something was off about this whole Rona thing. And I said, Mike, something's not right here. Because why would we all of a sudden have to wear masks when there's a virus called the flu that's out there consistently every single year, which is actually more of a pandemic, if you ask me.
You know, it's funny.
Than the Rona was.
You know, it's funny about all of that when you mentioned that. So, where I was working at the time, and right after this happened, the woman that was working in the office that I was in, and she was cleaning up the countertops and all, and she's like, Mike, did you look on the back of this and see what it says? I was like, where? And she showed me. It says, cleans coronavirus. Do you think they knew? It's like coronavirus has been around for fucking decades. There's different types of it. She's like, do you think they knew? I thought it was brand new. COVID is, well, the term COVID-19.
It was not. It was just mutated. That's all it was. But oh yeah.
You have fucking people growing brains in 2020, 2021. They're like, coronavirus? Do you think they knew? I thought this was brand
they
new.
knew the whole entire time.
Hey, guess what? Gen Z, guess what? The flu's brand spanking fucking new. The flu is brand new. It's just a new type of coronavirus.
Oh yeah.
And guess
what?
It's
brand new. The thing about it was
sinus infection. They invented that last week.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
but
got
the real thing about it. Okay, I'll take over. But so with this whole thing going on, most of it was actually just to mind control you all, to put you in fear. You know, it really was. It was to control you all, control everything without you all knowing. But they failed on that.
The first
very
debate
badly.
of 2024 sealed, but yes, it did. Biden's first debate of 2024. That was classic to watch. That sealed his fate fucking greatly. But
no, not only that, Kamala Harris took over, remember, because of his cognition or whatever the hell that was?
Yeah,
that was actually the government taking over.
Yep.
Actually. And imagine if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz won today.
Man, this country burned to the fucking ground. Me and Nicole be fucking sitting south to fucking Venezuela.
Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, we all need to go out there in 2024 and get these rhinos and Democrats out of office.
2024.
Because if not, you're going, or 2026, my bad. We all need to go out there in 2026 and vote. If not, it's going to be Biden 4.0.
Yeah.
And it's going to get a lot worse, and they're going to go out and kill us all this time.
And what amazes me is,
and they will get away with it.
With everything going on right now, like the biggest focus right now that the Democrats are hoping that would curb this year's election is ICE. Because ICE came in under Trump. Well, then again, ICE has been around for fucking decades. ICE has been around for a long fucking time.
You know who the biggest exporter of these illegals were? And you didn't hear a word from it for a long time? Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Obama deported the most. And they didn't bitch about that.
Exactly. He called for it. He even, back when he was running, He even stated that if you're illegal, you're going to be deported out of here. No questions asked. Da 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 da. Nobody wants to go back on that. No. Obama was the fucking saint.
You want to go back to 2017? Who said, "Oh, we're not going to do nothing with Venezuela"? Trump didn't do his promise to Venezuela. Guess who said that?
Obama.
Nope.
Yeah.
Take another guess. I'll give you one more guess.
Biden.
Nope. Chuck Schumer.
Oh, that piece of shit.
And now Chuck Schumer, and then that piece of shit now says, "Oh, we shouldn't have went in there."
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how it all turns back 5-6 years.
That motherfucker, he needs to go in the fucking home though. Like, there was like a couple times where people were watching him. Oh, that was right. Yeah, he was the one that just stood there and froze while giving a speech.
Yeah.
That's right.
Act like he's a damn fucking yeah.
Yeah, Schumer's the number one. They all need to fucking go. They really fucking do.
Well, Schumer let a commie run his state now.
Yeah.
So
that's like everybody like, okay, when the fucking government shut down months ago, and everybody's like, Trump needs to reopen the government. Our food stamps don't work. Our EBT cards don't work. Oh, gee, maybe you should do something that
shut those down.
Go apply for a job. You know, you can get online and apply. You can go in person and get a piece of paper and apply for a fucking job. Like, that's to those. That's to those of those. To those of those people that are crying over EBTs. There's nothing fucking wrong with them. Those motherfuckers are benefiting fraudulently off the government. I happen to know one of them motherfuckers who's getting like $700 fucking a month. I'm not going to mention any names. I know who it is, and Nicole's probably like, This bitch is. Let me tell you, she is fucking benefiting off the government. $700 EB fucking T, no disability or any fucking thing. Well, then again, her disability is I had a hernia 9 years ago. Oh, 9 years ago's 9 years. That's right fucking now. $700 now, 9 years. There's no benefit to it.
You think that's bad? You think that's bad, Mike? Remember when you had to cross the border? You got $350,000.
I remember that.
And $14,000 worth of EBT.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Well, where's my $14,000? And where's my $350,000? And I've been a U.S. citizen for all my life.
I need that shit. I got fucking debt to pay off. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you think 700? That's worse.
So you got all these motherfuckers out there benefiting off of our money that you and I work for fucking EBT. Although all these motherfuckers spent a whole year. Fuck you, Trump. You're a piece of shit, Trump. You're a felon. You raped that woman. Oh, you're racist. And then when Chuck Schumer shuts the fucking government down, you're all crying, please, Trump. Please, Papa Trump. Can I have more? Give me some more. Can I have more muscle? Give me more, please, muscle. And then as soon as the fucking as soon as the shutdown is over with, these motherfuckers are like, oh, thank you much. Thank you. They pull a full fucking Hubbard, a 180. Thank you. Oh, you're a piece of fucking shit. They pull a fucking Hubbard.
Okay, let me ask you this, Mike. How would you feel if I told you, okay, we're not getting any money right now from the government until the tariffs and all that, add up at the end of the year, like you said. What if I told you there was an app, if you're an illegal alien, that you deport yourself, you get $3,000?
I believe it. They have all that shit out there.
Why can't they not give us $3,000? We could use it.
Oh, we don't fit their agenda.
Of course not. We don't fit that. I found that out. I'm like $3,000 to just deport one person by themselves, and they get deported. They self-deport. They get $3,000. What about us Americans here that are on Social Security, or people on low income that can't afford, barely putting food on their cabinets and all that? Where's all that at?
Yep.
Like, we could all use that $3,000.
Well, that's like
self-deport them for free.
Oh, that's like
give them a plane ticket, which is about $200, $300. Give them that and say adios.
Well,
we could use the $3,000. All of us could.
That's like with the last 2-3 years. when all these motherfuckers were brought in here under Biden, and
21 million.
every fucking body is like, there's a problem with that. We got a problem in America. It's homeless. It's the homeless. Do something about it. You bring the fucking illegals in here. You're like, open your homes up to these illegals. House a whole family. They got kids. I don't give a shit if they came from Mexico. Please house them.
Yeah, then
what about our homeless people? Oh, fuck them. Let them rot in the streets. And yet we have a fucking problem. We do have a problem with homeless. We got people out in the fucking streets that need a fucking house. Why can't we deal with them? Why does somebody from fucking Brazil, why is their life more important in this country than a fucking veteran who's sitting on a corner, starving, freezing cold, has nothing to cover up, no medicine, that poor guy, he needs a home, but you care about fucking Julio down in Brazil who fucking murdered 3 of his fucking wives. You care more about him.
Fucking Julio. But let me tell you something though. Don't be hating on all of them, because let me tell you something. I was working for the government as a third-party contractor. Let me tell you something. Them El Salvadorians are really, really nice and cool people.
Oh, they are.
I actually learned a little bit of Spanish from them. But you're right, Mike. But guess what else was bad? Remember in Ohio? Remember the report back in Ohio where the dogs was being eaten?
Yeah.
No, that was kind of sad. Poor dogs.
I remember that.
Hashtag save the dogs in Ohio. Anyways. All that, but you know what's even worse than that? We have so much fraud in all these states, just about. It's unreal.
Oh my God, yeah.
Imagine how many trillions out of all 50. Well, I wouldn't say all 50 states, but I mean, I'm going to say all 50 because all of it's probably connected. Just think about it, 9 billion just in Minnesota alone, and then another 76.9 or 76.6 billion just in California, and that's just 2. Imagine how many trillions in fraud there is. And that's where all of our taxpayer money's going towards, mostly to crack down fraud.
Yep.
And if I was an American, I'd be pissed off as well. That trying to get all these, let ICE do their job. You get all these fraudsters out of here and all these murders and rapists and all that. And guess what? I'm sure we would get plenty of stimulus checks and probably pretty more income instead of all of our taxpayer money and all that going towards busting fraud every year. Yep. That's where all of our money's going to, is cracking down on all these fraudsters. But guess what? It's sad. Y'all want to say no to ICE, but ICE is the one getting these motherfuckers out of here.
Yep. And it all began with one little person who came in when Trump got elected, Elon Musk. They all hated the fuck out of him. Elon. They boycotted them fucking Teslas. They were setting them motherfuckers on fire, throwing them off of cliffs, and now Elon, he pulled a 180 and said, sorry, Trump, adios, I gotta go. But it's like, oh, too late, the Tesla market's going downhill. But thank you for your service, Elon.
But the thing about it is, Elon kind of really helped us in a way, if you honestly think about it.
He did.
To crack down on all these fraudsters. But, back to the EBT thing, though. Let's get to the core of that. So, you say somebody's collecting $700, okay, they'll get busted eventually if they're committing abuse.
Oh, yeah.
Half of them just wanted to lay babies. 90% of them grew up on EBT all their life, and about a good percentage of it is because they have 9 kids.
Yeah.
And they can't work because they got to watch all the little kiddies. Well, that's not the taxpayer's fault. That's your fault, flying on your back 50 times with 50 different guys.
Yeah, exactly. You spread them legs, and yep, that's what happens.
Or it ain't the taxpayer's fault, and the taxpayers shouldn't have to pay for your shit.
Exactly.
God, thank you, taxpayers, for paying for my kids. Is you know that? No, you should get off your lazy ass and do something about it to feed your own children. There's actually veterans that can't work at all because they have a mental thing. It's called PTSD that can actually use a good bit of those food stamps. But no, you little heifers out there that want to lay 9 fucking kids and think it's you can't work,
No selfish.
or yeah. I mean, shoot. I mean, I could just imagine what Octomom or any of them people freaking get just because they was on a damn TV show.
Yeah, that's like all the that's like I was telling somebody about it. I forgot who it was. I was talking to somebody recently about somebody having so many kids. I was like, yeah, that's some tax write-offs right there. That's $2,000 a kid in Maryland. But I was like, well, they can't have any more kids.
I think you can only claim up to 4 though.
I think it's 4 or 5. Let me look that up. I think it depends on the state. Let me see. How many kids can
you can claim on your taxes? I think it's 4.
Let's see. In Maryland, you can claim up to $500 per qualified child on your state return, depending on your income level and other eligibility criteria. Child tax credit in Maryland is worth up to $2,200 per qualifying child in 2025. Doesn't say a limit though. Credit tax. It'll come up. That's all I want to do is like how many. I want to know how many fucking kids you can claim.
I think it's 4.
Click here. Not read. Come on.
Thing is always problematic.
Boyd's like so fucking glad I'm an only child.
No, not really, because you got GoDaddy.com, you got Google, you got, oh god, a whole bunch of stuff.
Let's see. Oh, okay. There's no limit. There is no limit on the number of qualifying children you can claim on the tax credit, as long as each child meets the eligibility criteria.
I think it's under the age of 17.
Yeah, it's got to be under 17. The child must be your son, daughter, stepchild, eligible foster child, sibling, or descendant of any of these. Residency: child must have lived with you for more than half a tax year. The child must not have provided more than half of their own support during the tax year. The child must be claimed as a dependent on your tax return, and each child must have a valid SSN number. And of course, for the tax year of 2025, the child tax credit is worth up to $2,200 per. Can you imagine if you had 10 fucking kids?
That's 20,000. No, more than 20,000. That's
Let me
what.
see. 2,200 times 10.
Times 10. Yeah.
$22,000. 22,000. God damn, son. I could buy half a fucking Tesla with that shit.
I wouldn't even get a Tesla. I'd buy something cheap. Act broke.
Honey, let's start fucking.
I have 20 kids.
I know I'm fucking old.
44,000.
She's like, I can't even hear her. Oh, she's on the phone.
Yep, there went that phone call.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous. That's just crazy, though.
Oh, wow. But yeah, that's I know a lot of people that abuse it. Like they qualify for it. I don't see how they fucking qualify for it. I know a guy. I don't know if he still gets it, but he's homeless. And years ago, he got EBT assistance. I don't know how much he got, but he used to either use it for himself or if he needed cash somewhere, he would sell his EBT credits for money. He would be like, okay, I'll let you use my EBT for like $30 if you can give me $30 cash, that kind of thing. But that shit's illegal though. But somehow he beat the system. He applied for it. Somebody helped him apply for it online, and he got EBT. I don't know if he still has it or not. I ain't talked to the guy in. I ain't talked to him like fucking 7 years.
I'm sure he got busted by now.
As far as I know, he's still homeless, living in somebody's backyard, in the area. I always joked about it because he has this big ass fucking tent in the guy's backyard. He used to take pictures of it and put them on Facebook. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker he's got a double wide fucking tent in the guy's backyard. This motherfucker's got a fucking bookcase, a recliner chair, a fucking little stand with a TV and a game console. It's like, he had a fucking mini fridge and a microwave. I was like, God damn, son. This motherfucker got a goddamn trailer in his guy's backyard. He got a pop-up trailer.
That's crazy.
But that is something, though. That's, the EBT shit. Like, I can understand it being something needed for somebody who actually does need it, but for somebody who's just benefiting off the government because they're too fucking late, like, yeah, you do deserve something to happen to you, and I think something will happen to this person, because she's getting $700 fucking dollars in food stamps.
That's insane.
And it's like, okay, my fucking money's paying for it, but she was kind of griping a little bit back in what was it, November or December, when the government was still shut down. She's like, "Oh, I hope they do something. I hope they do something soon. I ain't got money for food." Oh, it's called get up off your lazy ass and get a fucking job.
Yeah, pretty much. But now jobs are hard to find because now they're laying off so many people because of AI.
Oh my god, shit. You know what? Let's make that our last fucking topic of the day. I have to talk about that shit, man. Let's see.
But I mean, in a way, I think it's good. In a way, I think it's bad.
It has its perks. It does, but... So, Nicole and I were talking about it yesterday. And we both seen it. I know everybody to this day have seen Terminator 2.
Oh God!
So
you're
it's
gonna
like,
go off.
So I'm
Terminator's
like,
an AI.
you got
It's a Democratic
fucking,
governor.
you got fucking James Cameron, 30 years ago, who brought to light 30, 40 years ago the fact that there are machines from the future that could come back to the past and eliminate you or whatever, even though that's all fictional. But when you look at something like Terminator 2, and they talk about a company that has the ability, when it's man-made, when it's built from the ground up by man, and and it leads into Terminator 3, where you have an artificial intelligence system that is capable of doing anything and everything for a man, because man's too lazy. They made things so much more sophisticated and easy. Do this, do that. What happens when that system becomes rogue and goes off and does its own thing? It starts killing off humanity. It starts doing this and doing that, affecting computers everywhere. We're starting to see that slowly but surely. And I was just talking to Nicole. She's on TikTok, and there was one thing I've always mentioned during the podcasts. Whenever I had a TikTok account and I was posting videos, and if I was voicing my opinion about something, even if it wasn't real harsh like I usually am, like I'm on the show, if I'm not using profanity or talking about certain things, my video would always get struck down, no matter what, even if I appealed it. And it's all because of artificial intelligence is implemented in the everyday things that we use. You got artificial intelligence in your cell phone. There's fucking apps on your cell phone. Like, okay, there's one called ChatGPT. You see people on Facebook creating these makeshift images with them in it and putting them out there. Yes, it's a cool thing. It's like, oh, that's a little nifty. I made a picture of this and this and that. But, these things, they listen to you. They know your likeliness. They know what you look like, what you sound like. It's almost possible that these things will one day know every single thing about you, go rogue, and it could do something, Artificial intelligence is something that should be cautioned. It's used as a nifty little tool nowadays, yeah, but
let's hold on. I gotta interfere just on the nifty little tool part, and that doesn't mean have sex with it either. Because there is AI dolls out there that are used for wives and sex slaves and shit like that on it. Yeah, don't do
take
that.
over, Mike.
You
I'm
might
on mute for a second.
you might end up with a 250, probably 1,000 or 250 volt jolt in that. Just so we're confirming on that, because that's pretty sickening. I mean, yeah, they are making AI dolls and women out there so you can do some nasty things to them and all that. But yeah, I mean, who's gonna do that? Not me. That's just nasty. Just because you're that damn desperate, don't mean go out there and buy a $50,000 doll. I think they're 50,000 if I'm correct. But yeah, $50,000 doll just to have sex with and get married to. If you're into that kind of stuff, I wish you nothing but the best. Because that there is just flat out nasty. The nasty, nasty, nasty. And yeah, that's, yeah. But yeah, as for like, if you're doing stocks and all that, yeah, I think that's great to use and stuff to find out like geometry or construction. I think AI is great for that to help out. And heck, I mean, I know we've had robotics like making cars for us and all that stuff using machinery. But yeah, to use it for, pleasure and all that, yeah, forget that. But military wise, yeah, I think it's a great thing. We got drones. We use drones and drone airplanes now for the military. I mean, I wouldn't mind using drone, like drones as in like infantry. That'd be kind of neat. Want to get nobody killed, it's just drones killing drones. Kill themselves. Won't kill a human being, but it'll kill a drone. I mean, that's going to be the next new warfare. That's why we're competing against China for now, who has the most not technological, who has the height of that. And right now, we're the leaders of that. And that's why we need certain kind of minerals to acquire those certain things for AI and for cell phones, computers, and chips for your computers and stuff like that. That's why Greenland is a key role instead of just worried about Russia. They're not going to tell you that. But yeah. So yeah, that's mainly why we have AI for. Is for those kind of things like stock markets and all that stuff. Heck, even Google, your phones now become AI, like Mike said. I mean, it's scary. And even though the good government's in control of that too, because they can hear everything you say while you're sleeping at night, that camera pops on when you least expect it. Oh yeah, it's true. It's true. So, I mean, think about it that way. The government can hack into anything. They got hackers. They use hackers every day, cybersecurity and all that. Even though they're not supposed to spy on you, but they do.
Oh, exactly. Just like this one thing I was just looking at here. What the fuck did I see? I gotta pull it up. Alright, so, there it is. So we're talking about AI, and I was looking at this. I was watching a video on Instagram the other day, and it's very concerning because now they they implement artificial intelligence in everything. You got people out there that are they're putting lyrics in, on an app and creating songs and shit and stuff like that. Well, now I'm looking at it right here. AI is rapidly transforming Hollywood, influencing everything from content creation to the preservation of digital likeliness, while raising ethical concerns and redefining the industry's landscape. So somebody was talking about, I don't know how true it is. Let's see. Let's see, Hollywood's.
I mean, you can't decipher from AI into real life because that's how technological that we've advanced from AI.
Oh, they did.
You got to look really close.
Okay, so it is true. Hollywood does have their very first AI actor. Her name is Tilly Norwood. The first AI actor in Hollywood has sparked significant debate and controversy. Created by Eline van der Velden and her team at Particle 6, Tilly Norwood is a character designed to be a global superstar but it has faced backlash from Hollywood actors and unions. Critics argue that the introduction of AI actors like Tilly Norwood threatens the traditional roles of human performers and the creative process. The backlash has led to discussions about the ethical implications of AI in film and the potential impact on the industry. So basically, you got Hollywood, who's already liberal-based anyway. They're talking about creating digital actors for movies, and it saves them a lot of money from paying out Hollywood actors and actresses. And now you're going to have, now if this becomes a big thing, if they implement this more and more and more, you're going to have so many actors and unions, actors, actresses, everybody who has been an actor for X amount of years, they're going to be rallying on this shit. You're going to have hundreds of Hollywood actors out of work and unpaid because Hollywood goes the fucking route and say, oh, well, AI's a lot cheaper. We could just create a fucking person, by doing this and that, and, and we don't have to pay them. Hollywood is the only big industry that might actually be better creatively with AI. I mean, it might be, but you got to figure there's a lot of fucking people that will be out of work, and there's not going to be much.
Well, that's because they're afraid of their lovely little mansions that cost $200 and some million. You got to think of the property taxes and all that. That's why they're in panic mode, because they'll lose all that money.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got the highest paid actor out there right now is fucking Dwayne Johnson. That motherfucker. God, what the hell is his net worth?
His net worth, and he owns wine company, and he's a wrestler, and he owns his own wine company, and he's an actor. So you got to think of all those combined.
Yeah, his net worth as of 2025 is $800 million. So he's he's like the highest one up there in Hollywood. God
yeah,
damn.
but he ain't griping, except he's only griping about Trump because he's in office.
Oh, definitely.
That's another thing. Half of these people just don't know what the hell they're protesting about. This is going back. I know we're supposed to be talking about AI, but I'm going to go back to that just real quick, because I know I missed the first half of the show. But the whole protest against Trump thing, why are you protesting for? What are you protesting about? That is the main question every American has right now.
That's all it is.
No. Half of them don't even know what the hell they're protesting. And half of them are getting paid just for going to protest.
They're all being force-fed false allegations from the liberal media. If they came out and said Trump took a shit and it looked like Hitler, they would be out there protesting and saying Trump shitting Nazis. But how true is that? Why would there be? I would be asking a question to every motherfucker that would believe that story and be like, who's waiting by Trump's toilet with a fucking camera to take a picture of his goddamn shit?
For real.
You know?
Like if they said Trump cured cancer, okay?
They'd be riots. They'd be fucking riots.
They'd be like, oh no, he didn't. They'd be going say something like some kind of Tide Pod or something cured them, or Advil. They take probably something totally different and eat Tide Pods at the same time just to say it's not true.
That was the other thing I was going to talk about.
The one thing with all these idiots out there protesting nothing because they don't know what the hell they're protesting against, I wish they all would have just had Tide Pods and just would have been.
So I'm going to pull up something, and I'm glad you brought Trump back up because I completely forgot what I was going to talk about when I posted this on Facebook.
I'm just saying, I wish they would have ate them Tide Pods whole and just swallowed the thing and just been.
All right, so Hubbard's got me wanting Dominoes. I gotta watch that video after the thing.
Mercy.
So, I'm gonna read this to you guys, okay? So I was watching videos.
I'm Hillary supporter.
I was watching a video the other day, and this is what got me to thinking this. Now, something big is going to happen. Something big's supposed to happen on the 20th. Some big bill or something that Trump's going to be signing.
Yeah, it's called Trump's going to create a new credit card with 10% cap.
No, it's not a new credit card. It's not.
Yes, there is. There's talks about it.
No, what it is? No, what's going to happen? It's not a credit card. What it's going to be for 12 whole months from January 20th this year to next year, it's going to be a mandatory that all credit card companies are not going to be allowed to charge you over 10% interest rates.
Oh yeah,
That's what it is. It's not a particular card. It's all credit card
It
companies.
hasn't passed yet, though.
No, it's not. It's coming up. They said on the 20th of January. That's when everything's supposed to take place.
So you better hope that y'all might want to check your credit cards on that day. So I heard some are going to be some closed accounts
because there's going to be imagine there's a ton of credit cards out there that have Hubbard Governor, Hillary Benghazi. There's a ton of credit card companies out there that are charging you 15, 20, 25, 30% interest on those credit cards, making it harder for people to pay off credit cards with payments, or even with minimum payments. So what part of this bill is going to do for 12 months, it's going to be mandatory. Credit card companies can't go against it. They have to lower their interest rates to 10%. Meaning, if you got a credit card that's, let's say it's maxed out at $900 and you need to pay that off, well, within the 12 months, and they tell you, don't make the minimum payments. Pay as much as you can. Lower interest rates is good, which means more of your money is going into paying that off, and not a whole lot of that money is going toward interest. So that's one good thing about this bill. The second one is the oil reserves.
I heard this too, but I don't know how true it comes with, because it goes in with the credit card thing you're talking about. Trump has mentioned to one of the people actually in his administration about having a Trump card. It's a credit card, but only those that are undesignated to get one would be able to get it, qualify for it.
Okay, so
and that's where the 10% would come
all right, so here's that. It's a Trump card is coming. President Trump has announced that a new immigration program called the Trump Gold Card, which offers a pathway.
Been out for a while.
All right,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a credit card.
Hold on. I think I got the article up. Let me get it in Discord. If my goddamn mouse will fucking work.
You're this shit, Mike.
I got it in the scraps. Okay. Trump administration says banks will soon begin distributing Trump cards. Okay. Now, this is the first time I heard about this. I mean, I knew about the other thing.
I heard about that actually today.
Okay. A Trump card with an interest rate of 10% could be coming to Americans through banks that want to join President Donald Trump in lowering credit card rates. Kevin Hassett, the director of the National Economic Council, said the concept of a one-year cap of 10% could be implemented voluntarily without needing to go through Congress. Our expectation is that we won't necessarily require legislation because there will be really great new Trump cards presented for folks that are voluntarily provided by the banks. We've been in conversations with big banks, with CEOs of many of the big banks who think that the president is onto something, that he's got a great idea. Banks could potentially voluntarily provide for people who are in that sort of sweet spot, not having financial leverage very much because they don't have access to credit, but they have enough income and stability in their lives that they are worthy of credit. Okay, so he kicked off the idea on social media earlier this month. Please be informed that we will no longer let American public be ripped off by credit card companies that are charging interest rates of 20 to 30% or even more, which festered unimpeded during the Sleepy Joe Biden administration. Okay, so
but here's the problem with all that.
Okay, it's what I said. It's effective January 20th. I, as President of the United States, am calling for a one-year gap on the credit card interest rates of 10%. That's what I was just talking about. So, come January 20th, that's one part of the whole thing that's coming.
But let me ask you this, Mike. Why do you think banks keep having money? It's going to be more difficult to get $50,000 worth of cash out if they do it that way.
That's why they keep the interest rates.
Yeah. And yeah, if there's credit card people that ain't using the credit cards, of course, shut the credit card off and don't use it.
Yep.
It's nothing like you can't go back. I mean, yeah, you'd have to start over. Don't get me wrong, but as long as you have good equity and all this other stuff, they just right back where you were.
Now another
But the thing about it is, too many people are going to abuse the crap out of it. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Now another thing that's going to be part of that, or supposed to be part of that, is the oil reserves. And we were talking about the oil reserves earlier, gained from Venezuela. So you take over the oil reserves, we got that oil for gasoline over here, which is going to mean they're talking about
$2 gas.
Yep. They're saying gas could come down. California. They say gas could probably come down as low as $1 or close to $1 a gallon for regular. So gas prices are expected to go down, hopefully, if and when this passes. The third thing I was looking at,
California.
Yeah, they love to tax people. Fucking Newsom. I hope that motherfucker drowns in gas.
The refiners are coming here to Texas.
Yep. Oh Christ.
So that means if you live in California, expect your gas to hit $10 a gallon.
Now another thing that's supposed to go down, from what I'm hearing, home interest rates are expected to go down too. So for those of you who are trying to buy a new home, interest rates are going to come down. It's going to be much more easier for people to be able to buy a home now because those rates went up.
Yeah, get a 50-year mortgage.
Yeah, those things went up under Obama, I think, didn't they?
It went up to 30% in 30 years, but now you can go up to 50 years.
Yeah.
And you get a $500 a month loan or whatever.
And then also, it has been in talks. He's still in talks about it. I don't know how he's going to implement it or when and if he is. The possible end to the IRS, which means no more income tax paid out. It's going to become the ERS, the External Revenue Service.
Yep.
And that's going to be the money that's going to come in from the tariffs that we're tariffing on other countries to pay off the deficit. So no longer, hopefully, if he abolishes the IRS, no longer will you have to pay income tax in the country. That's more money in your pocket that you can put in the savings.
Yeah.
Now I don't know anything else that comes of it. That's like the top 3 or top 4 that I can remember off the top of my head by watching that video. But just watch, everything's going to come into play.
It keeps talks about Social Security too.
Yep, that too. So January 20th, people are saying on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you're watching, people are saying January 20th. Keep watch. January 20th is going to be a big day for everything.
For if you have credit cards and stuff, yes.
Yeah.
But if, like,
I'm actually excited for that. I'm actually excited for that because I have so much debt, and I'm waiting. Like with the interest rate being lowered, I can pay off my fucking shit.
When we were shut down when we had the 4 years of Biden, our accountability of revenue and all that has dropped below where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it has.
That's the problem. And what's going on with Social Security, and Social Security to be worried for the next 6 years, because if it doesn't get reformed, you count 22% of your profits gone.
Oh, definitely.
They said. And if it's not cured before then, it can go to 34.
Yep.
But that's why everybody's like keeps forgetting about the lower man, but they're more worried about all these people that they got themselves into that somewhat because of y'all's fault. It's not, these banks got out of control. I mean, with we'll just sign anybody up for something. Well, that's the people that should know their income limit. If they don't have the income to do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you do have the income, then do it. That's the thing. People just want to go out and buy. Yeah, it's great, but it's not great at the same time because it can get towed away.
Yep, and it came back to bite people in the ass, and everybody was suffering through the period of Biden, and now Trump's in there. People are complaining that, Trump's doing this, well, Trump is helping you motherfuckers. Trump's trying to put more money in your all's pockets, and you still want to bitch and complain and call him a rapist, a racist, this and that, a felon? Like, well, guess what? This felon is going to make you all more fucking money and help you all be able to buy a fucking home here soon.
The only reason why they keep calling him that is because one, they think he was on Jeffrey's Island, but in reality, yeah, he went and visit, but he wasn't doing anything with any of the girls. Even some of them testified saying he didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
So, and to be honest with you, Trump was actually an informant.
All right, Hoyt. See you later, buddy. Good having you here today, man. Yeah, we'll be tying this up here in a little bit. But yeah, the Epstein files all came out, and people are like, "Send them all out, release them all." They all came out. What does it show? Oh, Bill Clinton.
There's still a million pages still going to be coming out sometime this year. And what's funny is
they're pissed off.
The Democrats are panicking.
They are. They are pissed off because not a single page on there says Trump.
Nope.
Not a single page says Trump. They're all pissed off. They keep saying, release the files, release the files. They're coming out. Why didn't y'all...
Now, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton's on that island.
Yeah, he's in panic mode, I assume.
So was Jeffrey, what's his name?
It's funny.
The funny thing about all that, so let's talk a little bit about that. So, you want to get into that? Well, we could bring up Clinton's name because he's trying to get presidential immunity now because of that.
Go ahead and take over with that. I'm going to step away and use the restroom real quick.
So, President Clinton has failed to show up 2 times for his Congress hearing. He's failed to show up twice now. And now he's going to be indicted, and now he's pleading for presidential immunity, which can get you off anything pretty much. And so, yeah, that's what's going on with the Jeffrey Epstein files. And like they said, Trump's not on any of those papers. Here's actually the one that kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his house down in Mar-a-Lago. And yeah, so if y'all are looking for something on Trump, good luck, because you ain't gonna find it. And for all y'all who thinks he's a pedophile, well, if he was so much of a pedophile, why about Joe Biden? Mr. I sniff kids. Y'all don't go call him a pedophile. And he was actually one sniffing kids' hairs and little kids' necks and all that. That's worse than really bad. Really, really bad. I mean, I want him. Nope. I could. No. Because it's all over C-SPAN. I mean, you could see it when he was getting photos with them parents of theirs. Him sniffing little kids' hairs, necks, touching their side, like sexually, and yeah. It was pretty disturbing. No, yeah, if you remember Hunter Laptop, by the way, too, it's non-existent. Yeah. That's out there, too, supposedly. That's non-existent. But, you know what? They still haven't caught the person who had the coke in the White House. And what else have they not cracked down on? Oh boy, there's so many things that you could talk about the government that they haven't cracked down on. Like the coke in the White House belongs to, we all know, Hunter Biden.
Yeah, Hunter Biden's a bag of coke, and they try to say it wasn't his. We're trying to figure out whose it was.
Oh, yeah. They still haven't indicted anybody on that.
Nope.
But I'm pretty sure they will be soon.
Yeah. Oh shit! You know what? That should be one thing that Trump should investigate on, just on the side. I know it's not. I know it's not too important.
It's being investigated even to this day.
Oh yeah.
Still, of whose it is, but we all know whose it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hunter.
At the end, during the inauguration, Joe Biden actually pardoned his son.
Yep. So yeah, Hunter, you better hide over there as long as you can, buddy.
Yeah, because the auto pen fucked you at the end.
Dude.
Really did.
Alrighty. So aside from all that, 2.5 hours in, I guess we can go ahead and close this deal out here.
But don't forget to vote 2026. Let's get these assholes out of here and put in new people that are actually going to work with Trump and pass shit that needs to be passed.
Definitely. I do like to thank you guys for coming today, checking the show out. We had a new subscriber today, which was gifted. Real Big Man Sean. Not sure who you are, buddy, but thank you for joining in. You got gifted by my boy Dustin. Dustin, new subscriber to, well, he's not a new subscriber, he resubscribed, and he donated to the channel today. Thank you very much, Dustin. Hoyt, as always good seeing you here, and as always, my boy Mike, co-host
Yes,
forevermore. Yep, Hunter Co-Kid, but so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Had a lot to talk about today. Next Saturday, yes, I am moving Tuned In Live to Saturdays now because Fridays I'm always tied up with stuff, so Saturday's good. Actually, next Saturday, guys, I may not be here. The show may not go on next Saturday because next Friday, I have announced it right now, I'm getting married next Friday to Nicole. Our wedding is next Friday. So, you know what? Y'all should know what next Saturday will be then.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him for 24 hours, so you might as well give that up. So the show will be canceled that day and move to the following Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna need another $2,200 in that tax credit.
Yeah, another $22,000. He's gonna make 20 babies within that time you watch.
Shit, I'll probably get cursed and have like fucking triplets or some shit.
Sure, right?
So yeah,
Hey, anything's possible though. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Just saying.
But yeah,
I mean, if you come out with 9 kids, you know.
Fucking Apu from The Simpsons. That like fucking
Just remember who your friends are.
Oh, always. So yeah, we won't be live next weekend, guys, but you can be sure to check out the show the weekend after, as always. And thank you guys so much for being here today. The show is going to be re-uploaded on our Rumble channel tonight, so if you guys are on Rumble, if you don't watch us on YouTube, check it out tonight. Upload it then. And from Mike and I here, thank you guys very much. And until next time, you guys stay tuned in.
See you in live.
What we do here is go back.